Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have my first set from the Willpower Cup, and believe me, this team did not disappoint. Now I actually got this team idea from Yonkers, so huge shout out to him. We have Alolan Raichu, Shadow Drapion, and Obstagoon, so double dark with the Raichu in the lead. Now to be fair, Alolan Raichu, as you know, psychic types in general are difficult to use in this meta because there's so many dog types and so many dog types that are good. But let's just go ahead and dive right into it. My opponent actually switches into a Deoxys against my Drapion, so this is great for me. They do shield that, so I'm going to be able to shield this, and we're going to be able to take switch here, which is really good. So X-Light coming out, we're charging up, trying to throw CMP on another Rock Slide, but they actually throw the Psycho Boost. So I knew I could take a Psycho Boost plus the debuffs that counter attacks. We're not going to shield. We're going to farm up to 2. So this way, if they do decide to shield, which I don't expect them to, but if they do, I can throw another one. So we do get off that Aqua Tail, and that does KO the Deoxys. So now we do throw this Aqua Tail right now. So we are able to win the secondary matchup, which is huge. So we can have the Obstagoon on this Umbreon, right? We actually get to another Aqua Tail. So we get to another Aqua Tail here, and that is going to do a decent amount of damage. We'll take it. We could bring in the Obstagoon. They do bring in their Wobbuffet. So this is a Charm Wobbuffet. So watch this. Watch what happens. So we're going to charge up to back-to-back Wild Charges, right? Because one's going to do a lot of damage. The next one would either KO or get it super, super low. As you can see, actually the next one would not KO, but I can't tap on it because the game is lagging. So they can continue to charm me down, which is really unfortunate. Now, for some reason, my opponent actually backs out here. I think they had a win condition because I lagged. If I got the Wild Charge off and they shielded, I think I would have won because we would have gotten to multiple Night Slashes. But I think they had a win condition. Maybe they felt bad that I lagged and they decided to give me the win. I don't know. But either way, I felt like I was going to win if I didn't lag that. But either way, good game to my opponent. Let's move on to the next one. We are going for the crunch into the Sableye. Going to be doing a lot of damage, but they actually catch it on the Alolan Raticate. Beautiful catch coming in from my opponent. We're going to be able to throw this Aqua Tail right now. We do have 2 Aqua Tails. Maybe they'll think it's a Sludge Bomb and shield it up. They do not shield it up. They do get off an attack. Now, do I want Switch? I do want Switch because we do not want Sableye on the Alolan Raichu. We want the Obstagoon on it, right? So we're going to charge up to 2 Aqua Tails and then throw one. This is going to KO. Again, similar situation as last game. We have another one. If they decide to shield, but yeah, they don't shield. They probably knew I had another one. In comes the Sableye. We're going to be able to go for the crunch right now. Going to be doing massive, massive amounts of damage, so they do decide to shield. We're trying to get to another one. They do throw before I can get off another one, so good play. If they wanted to farm me down, they probably would have had to take that or shield it. But either way, they KO me, and then we bring in the Obstagoon right now. Of course, we do have to watch out for, a return, right? But they actually catch the Night Slash, so my opponent making great catches. Gotta give it to him. It's a Galarian Rapidash, which I do think is good for this meta. I think this is a really good Pokemon, by the way. We know it has Body Slam. We know it does a lot, but we could take it, so we're going to go ahead and take it. And it is the Body Slam. Another one will KO me. Yeah, I knew they would get to another one if I went for the farm down, so I'm going to commit the second shield and go for the farm down and have loaded energy. We actually have 2 Wild Charge attacks, which is really nice. We're going to be able to throw one, get the shield, or they'll let it go, and then throw another one. So Alolan Raichu with energy advantage is huge. We throw this one, and this is going to be enough to KO the Sableye, and we're actually just going to take this game. So that's going to be a great game, well played to my opponent. So we will, guess what, be moving on to the next battle. Let's go ahead and see what we got going for us. We do have Alolan Raichu into Mana Buzz. Actually a decent lead. I mean, they do have answers with Dark Attacks, but it's a good lead. They bring in Hypno. We bring in Drapion. It's a really good matchup for us. We're going to go ahead and throw before they can get off their move. This actually doesn't KO, but it does do a lot, so they are still not able to get off their move, which is good. They had it, I think, but they were not able to get it off. In comes Medicham, so it's good that Obstagoon gets to avoid this, right? So we're going to be able to throw the Crunch into the Medicham. They are going to let it go, so it does do a lot of damage. We're going to throw an Aqua Tail now. I figure that even if they're counting and they know it's an Aqua Tail, it's still going to get it low. I don't really care. We're going to try to get to one more. Actually, don't get to it. So we could have done the crunch for the debuff, but I thought maybe we would get to another one. We bring in the Raichu. We resist everything besides Ice Punch, and they do have Ice Punch. So it does do a lot. Again, I mean, Alolan Raichu is really, really frail, right? So they're going to be able to get off another attack. It's going to be a Psychic that time. So we go for this Thunder Punch. We do want to KO. Let's see if they want to shield it. They do not shield it, so now we're going to... Because they have Air Slash and we do resist it, we're actually able to get to another one. We may have been able to if they have Snarl. I don't know. It would have been tight. But we do get that shield, which is huge. Afraid of the Wild Charge. Makes sense. So we're bringing in the Obstagoon. We have 2 shields. There's no way we're going to lose this one because we have 2 shields. And this is not even a bad matchup, to be honest, for Obstagoon. I guess it's a little bit worse with Air Slash compared to Snarl, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to be able to throw these Crush Chop attacks. We have another shield, plus we could still take an Aerial Ace anyway, right? So we're going to just throw the Crush Chops when we get them. So that Crush Chop is going to connect. We need one more. We do get it off, and this should be enough to KO, and that should be a good game to my opponent. Not should be, it will be a good game. So, we'll play to them. We're able to take that one. You'll love to see it. Okay, perfect. So, I think Shadow Drapion is an amazing save swap, by the way, in this cup. So we have Skunk Tank. So, what do we do here? We do go into Drapion. I don't know. I mean, you'd be taking a lot of Poison Jab damage if you stayed in. I guess you could stay in. We saw the Aqua Tail here, and this is going to obviously connect. It's a Mandibuzz, so we definitely want to throw Aqua Tails over Crunch attacks, but we're going to go ahead and throw another one. Keep in mind, they stayed in with Skunk Tank and got quite a bit of farm. We're going to be able to throw another one. We're throwing them for days. So very nice. And can we get to one more? We can get to another one that I believe was a CMP tie. So this is going to get it relatively low. It's not going to KO. Now they're going to throw an attack. I decided not to shield. I was like, maybe I could farm down with Raichu. I could farm down with Raichu, but hopefully I could farm down before they get to another attack. I admit I wasn't counting. I should have been counting, but they actually do get to another attack. So really unfortunate for me. I do decide to shield this because it's going to be that foul play. And they do go down, and in comes Skunk Tank. It's a Crunch. This is really bad for me. I could have fought for Switch with the Drapion. And then I would have had Obstagoon on this, but if I went down multiple shields, Obstagoon definitely would have been better against the Skunk Tank, but we're still taking a lot. I don't know. We probably should have done it, right? We probably should have done it. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the Crush Chop right now. Crush Chop will connect, and they do bring in Sableye, so... now we're in return range, which is actually really unfortunate because we can go for the Night Slash now. It's going to connect, but it really doesn't do too much. And they do get to the return. This return is going to be enough to KO me, unfortunately. Of course, Alolan Raichu is not going to be able to do anything here. So we're definitely going to lose this one. So I'm just going to back out. So that's going to be a great game. We're going to lose that to my opponent. Maybe if I fought for Switch and won it. But to be honest, no, because then they would have had the Sableye and the Raichu anyway, which we don't want. So we didn't want really either of them, right? So good game. Moving on, we have a Buzzwole. Okay, so if we see the Buzzwole, I guess we would prefer it where it is right now, because Obstagoon obviously doesn't want to see it being double weak to counter. The lunge, we really don't want to be hit with the lunge. To be fair, those counter attacks are doing a lot as well, because we are really frail. So we're going to charge up for the Wild Charge, throw another Thunder Punch right now. Let's see if this gets the final shield. It does not. Okay, as long as we shield this, that will KO the Buzzwole. So we are going to be able to take out the Buzzwole. We do go down a shield, though. 2 shields. We switch out immediately without seeing what comes in. And they actually bring in Mandibuzz, which is good. That means Obstagoon will be on the Umbreon, right? And we're going to be able to get this Mandibuzz low. Even if they win this matchup, it doesn't really matter, because we're going to be able to do a lot of damage. We can spam out these Aqua Tails. And we still have the Alolan Raichu in the back, right? We're going to try to get to another one. They do get off an Aerial Ace, but we can take it, and we can continue to get off Aqua Tails. We do get off another one. As I said, I mean, super spammy. Definitely can get off these attacks really, really fast. We're trying to get to one more. Able to get to it. You love to see it. Do they decide to shield this one, or do they let this one go? They shield it, so I switch in trying to get off my attack with Raichu. Unfortunately, I can't do it. So they're going to be able to KO my Raichu with Dark Pulse. But we have Obstagoon. They switch out into Umbreon immediately. So basically what I want to do is I want to have 2 Crush Chops here, right? I want to have one to KO the Umbreon and one to KO the Mandibuzz. Obviously, one is not going to KO from this range. So we're going to throw the Crush Chop right now. See how much it does. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage. And then we're going to count it. We're going to charge up to 2, basically. We could take this Last Resort. And then the next Crush Chop will KO, and then it will also KO the Mandibuzz. Although I think we could farm down the Mandibuzz if we wanted to, but either way, this is fine. We can throw the Crush Chop. Going to be enough to KO. And then this one is going to be enough to KO the Mandibuzz. And that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. So, yeah, let me know how you're doing in the Willpower Cup. Yeah, I mean, so far, you know, It was only one set. I'm going to play more sets on stream, try it out. Obviously, you know I love the Ultra League. We'll continue to try the Willpower Cup to see with different teams. Anyway, pick it up at SBN. Anyway, that'll be it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.